we made 2 batches of homemade beef jerky and decided to freeze dry some. Why? Well, why not? We're on a lower carb, lower sugar path and often have a hard time finding crispy, crunchy snacks since we can't do crackers or chips. Now we can make our own crispy snacks. Freeze drying has been a game changer for us. To make our beef jerky, we bought Eye of Round. This is typically used to make jerky since it's lean. We set our meat slicer to 4 mm so we would get uniformly thin pieces that would be easy to bite and chew once processed into jerky. Half of the pieces were coated in a spice rub and half were marinated. Just use your favorite recipes. We dehydrated the half with the spice rub and smoked the half that had been marinated. Both batches came out beautifully, and we enjoyed snacking on this beef jerky over a several-week period. Meanwhile, on the freeze-drying side, we had prepared a batch of meats that we were getting ready to load into our machine, turkey sausage patties and various salami slices. We decided to include 6 pieces of jerky to see how they would turn out. 3 pieces with the spice rub and 3 pieces with the marinade. Here's what the pieces of jerky looked like after freeze drying. We stored 4 pieces in a sealed Mylar bag with an oxygen absorber. We're planning on taking this with us on our road trip this fall as part of our experiment. We stored 2 pieces in a vacuum-sealed jar for taste testing. Here's what we learned. Slicing thin is key. The 4 mm setting on our meat slicer produced uniform pieces that dehydrated and smoked beautifully and resulted in thin pieces of beef jerky that were a delight to eat. Visually, the pieces didn't change much from how they looked before and after freeze drying. However, the texture changed from being bendy to rigid as we expected. The taste was a bit more concentrated after freeze drying, but in a good way. The flavors of the marinade and spice rub were more intense, but not overpowering. Both were enjoyably chewy. The initial bite of the freeze-dried jerky was crispy crunchy, but not too hard on the tooth since it was so thin. As we slowly chewed it, it rehydrated and became just like regular jerky. Absolutely delicious. Freeze-dried beef jerky gives you versatility. It can be rehydrated or eaten as is like a crispy meat chip. It can be turned into powder to make a seasoning or to add to other dishes. It stores well since it is lean and thinly sliced. It's a great source of protein while on the go or in an emergency. Thanks for watching. We hope you found this to be interesting and informative. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share with others. See our recipes online. Be sure to join our Facebook group.